All right, the last market report is in for 2022 in Morris County, the month of December. Stick around. All right, let's start with the median prices of houses in Morris County. It is $513,000 is the median price for houses in Morris County, as opposed to $534,166, super specific number for the month of November. That is $207 per square foot. That is down 4.1%. When I look across the board of all the counties around here, all the neighboring counties, Essex, Union, Passaic, all that, they're all hovering right now around that 500, 513. And that's just because there's really not a lot of activity going on right now. Not a lot of houses listed and such. So I wouldn't worry too much about that number. The one bedrooms for December were averaging $299,000. As opposed to November, it was $241,500. That is a plus 23.8% increase. That, strangely enough, is probably the reason why the median price dropped a little bit, is because there was so much business in this one bed category. You look at the median price and you think it's bad news, but then when you do a deep dive in the bedroom count, the one beds were going for so much more. They were just so many of those transactions, they lowered the main median price down a little bit. All right, the two bedroom homes were selling for $374,900, as opposed to November, they were selling for $385,000, and that's just a small decrease of 2.6%. The three bedrooms were going for $441,000 in December, as opposed to $485,000 in November. There's a drop there of 9.1%. That was the biggest drop in this market we've had so far. The four bedrooms sold for $687,700, as opposed to November, they sold for $675,000. That is a plus 1.9% increase. Four bedrooms always do well. We just didn't have a lot on the market in December and even in November, so they didn't affect the median price that much, but a nice four bedroom house is always going to do well in New Jersey. Let's look at the median sold prices per nearby counties. Obviously, Morris County dropped 4.1%. Let's look at Passaic. Passaic raised a 0.1%, just a little smidge there. Union raised 5.2%. They had the biggest raise in this month. And Essex dropped minus 6%. They had that massive jump in the month of November, so it had to regulate a little bit. But there is your sort of median price numbers for the counties. Any questions you have about those counties specifically, other than Morris, contact me. I can get you whatever numbers you need. All right, the available homes in December were 1,200, as opposed to November were 1,371. That is a minus 12.5 decrease. Totally expected that. Like I said, we were in hibernation mode in December. Not a lot of people are going to want to do much. So expect those numbers to start rising and rising and rising in the months to come. The homes sold in the month of December were 337, as opposed to November, they were 358. That is a minus 5.9 decrease. The average sale time for the homes were 23 days. That's as quick as you can get there. I guess people were trying to get to the holidays and the new year as quick as possible with the deals done. Now let's look at my favorite number, the months of supply. This is the lowest I think I've ever seen it for Morris County. It is 1.19, as opposed to last month, it was 1.72. Now that tells us we're in another severe seller's market, but that's also because there was not a lot of inventory on the market. If we look into the most competitive seller areas, it's still Parsippany, Randolph, and Roxbury snuck in there, all of those under 1. Now for buyers, the areas that you want to look in where the numbers are a little higher, still a little bit of a seller's market, but they're the highest numbers right now in Morris County, is Boonton Township and Washington Township. If you want to know the absorption report of any other areas, please let me know. I would be happy to send that to you ASAP. All right, let's go for the most affordable home and the most expensive home sold. The most affordable home was sold for $105,000 in Jefferson Township, and the most expensive home sold for $3,350,000. It was in Harding Township. All right, guys, I want to talk a little bit about a conversation I had with a buyer last month, and it's pertaining to the market. And I realized that a lot of people are doing very broad research in real estate. And I don't know if that's helping you. I think it's very informative and good to know. Like research from CNN, research from the Inman Report, and all other aspects, New York Times, just whatever, Wall Street Journal. All these broad media sources talking about real estate in America. The thing is with real estate, it's super specific, and your research also has to be very specific. The market is different from the street you live on, to the neighborhood that you live in, to the county that you live in, to the zip code that you're in, to the city that you're in, to the state that you're in. It changes every stage. So you have to be very specific in your research. Now, you can read these articles, but just realize that is all of America. That is not northern New Jersey. That is not this neighborhood that you want to live in. Because when I was talking to this buyer, they were talking about, the new report of it, the market tanking or leveling out, and it's just not really affecting New Jersey right now. Some little pockets of New Jersey, yes, but it's not affecting New Jersey because of this. We have New York City, millions and millions and millions of residents, of workers living there. And every year there is a large portion of these workers, of these residents, who want to move out to a more suburban lifestyle. They want a driveway. They want a backyard. They want to be able to go to the grocery store or run their errands within 30 minutes. They don't want to share a ceiling, a floor, 2 walls with other residents. They want their privacy. Every year, there is just so many people who want to move out, but they still want to go into New York. They still want to work in New York. And New Jersey is the most convenient place to look for a home if you're still commuting or if you still are attached to New York City, especially northern and central New Jersey. So again, that is just an example of how the market of northern New Jersey is different than most of America because we have New York City. You need to be very specific in your research. How do you do that? Well, you can look online, you can follow me, follow a real estate agent that is in that area, but really what I'm advising is get a real estate team that you trust, an agent that you trust, a loan officer that you trust, and a real estate attorney that you trust, that you can ask questions, that you can pull from. And they need to be in that area or familiar with that area. All right, guys, there goes my soapbox. I've just kicked it to the corner. I got off my soapbox. Please like this video. Please subscribe. Please comment if you have any questions, or contact me if you have any questions. And happy New Year! I hope 2023 is awesome for you guys, and I will see you next month.